Jude always believed he was loved, not spoiled, not favored, but loved enough. He lived in a modest house with his parents and siblings. His father was quiet, often lost in work. His mother, Martha, ruled the house with her sharp voice and colder heart. From childhood, Jude felt something was different. She never hugged him, never praised him, never defended him. Still, he tried. Jude woke up before everyone else. He cleaned the yard, helped his siblings with homework, ran errands without complaint. He hoped just once his mother would smile at him. Instead, she criticized. "You're slow, you're useless, you're not like my real children." Those words hurt, but Jude didn't understand them yet. Siblings got new clothes. Jude got hand-me-downs. Were celebrated for small achievements. Jude was scolded even for success. When relatives came over, Martha bragged about her children except Jude. "He's just different," she'd say. Jude would lower his head still. He loved her, because children forgive what adults don't deserve. It happened on a rainy evening. Jude had returned from school with top marks. His teacher had praised him in front of everyone. For once, he felt proud. He placed the report card in front of his mother. "I stood first," he said softly. Martha didn't look at the paper. Instead, she laughed, a cold, cruel laugh. "You think that matters?" she said. Jude froze. Then she stood up, pointed at him, and said words that destroyed his world. "You are not my son." The room went silent. "You were adopted," she continued loudly. Jude felt the floor slip beneath his feet. His siblings stared. His father said nothing, not a word. Tears burned his eyes. "Amy," he whispered. Martha turned away. "I fed you. That's enough. Don't expect love." That night, Jude didn't sleep. He stared at the ceiling, replaying her words again and again. "You don't belong here." From that day, things changed. Jude was no longer just unloved. He was unwanted. Martha reminded him daily, "You should be grateful. You were thrown away once. Without us, you'd be nothing." Jude stopped speaking, stopped smiling. Something inside him broke quietly. Late one night, Jude stood in front of a cracked mirror. He touched his face and whispered, "Who am I?" No answer came. Only pain, only silence. And a seed, small but dangerous, was planted in his heart. A seed that would one day grow into revenge. After the truth was spoken, Jude became a ghost in his own house. No one said his name anymore, only commands. "Clean this. Go there. Don't touch that." Martha's voice followed him like a shadow, sharp and unforgiving. "You're adopted," she'd remind him casually, as if it were his greatest crime. At the dinner table, Jude sat at the edge. Food was measured. Love was non-existent. If he made a mistake, Martha punished him harshly. If his siblings made one, she laughed. Jude learned something important. Blood mattered more than effort. One evening, Jude finally gathered courage. He approached his father quietly. "Abba, am I really adopted?" His father froze. Then he looked away. "Yes," he said after a long pause, "but it doesn't matter." It mattered because his father didn't fight for him, didn't protect him. That silence hurt more than Martha's cruelty. School became another battlefield. Rumors spread fast. His own mother doesn't want him. He's not real family. Jude was mocked, pushed, isolated. He stopped raising his hand in class, stopped dreaming, but he never stopped observing. He noticed how power worked, how respect silenced cruelty, and he began to understand. Something dangerous, weakness, invites abuse. With nowhere to belong, Jude turned to books. He read late at night under a broken lamp. Stories of men who rose from nothing. Stories of abandoned children who built empires. Each page whispered hope. "You are not finished." One night, Martha snapped. "You eat too much for someone who isn't ours," she shouted. "Maybe it's time you leave." Jude didn't cry. He just looked at her and asked calmly, "Why did you adopt me?" She hesitated, then said words that changed everything. "Because your real parents were trash. Like you." That night, Jude packed his bag. No money, no plan, no family, only one promise burned in his chest. "I will become someone you can never ignore." Jude left before sunrise. No one stopped him. As he walked away from the house, he didn't look back because home was never behind him. It was ahead. Jude slept his first night on a railway platform. No blanket, no phone calls, no one searching for him. For the first time in his life, he understood a brutal truth. He was completely alone, and strangely free. Days passed. Jude survived on odd jobs, washing dishes, carrying boxes, sweeping shops. People shouted at him. Some cheated him of money, but no one reminded him he was unwanted. That hurt less. At night, he stared at the sky and whispered, "I'll come back, but not like this." One evening, while collapsing outside a small bookstore, an old man noticed him. "Why are you here, son?" Jude didn't lie. "I don't have a home." The man, Mr. Callahan, owned the bookstore. He gave Jude food and a place to sleep in the storage room, but more importantly, he gave him respect. "You work hard," the old man said. "Pain makes people sharp. Use it." Jude worked days and studied nights. Books became weapons. Knowledge became armor. Years passed. He learned business, finance, discipline. He failed. He fell. He got up every time no one handed him success. He took it. 10 years later, Jude was no longer invisible. He owned businesses, employed hundreds. His name appeared in newspapers. People admired him. They never knew his past, but his past knew him. One afternoon, a letter arrived from Martha. Her handwriting shook. Jude, we are struggling. Your father is ill. Your siblings are unemployed. We need help. Jude, read it slowly. No apology. No regret. Just need. He smiled, not with joy, but clarity. He folded the letter and said quietly, now, it's my turn. Jude didn't want revenge with anger. He wanted justice with precision. He decided to return, not as a son but as a stranger with power. The house hadn't changed. Same cracked walls, same narrow gate, same place where Jude was told he didn't belong. A black car stopped outside. Neighbors whispered. A well-dressed man stepped out, confident, unfamiliar. No one recognized him. Not yet. Inside, Martha sat weak and tired. Jude's father lay sick on a bed. His siblings argued quietly over money. Then Jude spoke. I'm here to discuss an investment. Everyone looked up, a powerful businessman in their poor living room. They listened carefully. Jude looked directly at Martha. Do you remember the boy you called adopted? Her breath stopped. He continued, voice steady. The boy you threw out like trash. Silence stopped, then softly. That boy was me. Martha's face drained of color. Jude, her knees trembled. She remembered that night, the cruelty, the words she could never take back. You destroyed my childhood, Jude said, but you built my strength. I won't take revenge, Jude said. That would make me like you. He placed documents on the table. I'll pay for father's treatment. I'll ensure no one starves. Then he stood. But you will never call me your son again, Martha cried. I was angry. I was wrong. Jude looked at her one last time. Some mistakes don't deserve forgiveness. As Jude left, the house felt smaller. The family survived, but Martha lived with something worse than poverty: regret. Jude never looked back. He built orphanages, funded children no one wanted, gave love where he never received it. He proved one truth: blood doesn't make family. Pain doesn't break the strong. Rejection creates legends.